There we go. Okay. Location, on location, Mobility Wednesday. We're going to be unloaded today instead of loaded. Maybe that's a good thing. Okay. We're going to be on the floor. If you don't want to go to the floor, not to worry. You can either do it on a couch, on a bed, against the wall, or sitting in a chair. So you can mimic some of the movements that I do. So you get to choose that. However, I am going to be barefooted, and I'm going to try to work in a full range, unloaded, to give full range of motion to all your joints. That's what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so I think you can see me, right? So let me again emphasize the first couple steps. See, my tendency is to do this and then to do this and stand up. Wrong. What you've got to do, and you can test it on yourself right now. Pull your rib cage up, drop your shoulders. When you go to step with your knee coming up. Don't start by leaning like this. So you lose the game on the very first step, because you know what we do? We do this. So I don't want you to do that. You don't want to do that. So what I'm saying is slow it down. Take a big breath through your nose. Anytime I say take a breath, I'm saying take it through your nose. Then when you go to take a step, even if you have to go slower, take a step with your leg first, not your head and chest like this, okay? So that said, we are right here. I have my mat. I'm gonna be right here. I have a lower level that I can put my foot on and a higher level. But to get started, we're gonna work in tandem. That means working together in some of our basic moves. So some of the basic moves, simply go wide. See this? Drop your shoulders. Tuck your chin. Breathe through the nose. And when you breathe through the nose, you should feel your diaphragm coming, your tummy coming out as your diaphragm drops. And press in. Then I'm going to step in and a step in. And when I step in and step in, I'm going to do a tiny little move. You don't see it, but I'm doing it. And it affects way deep in the hip and in the lower back. And this is the move. I'm going to step out. See, I just stepped out, trying to show you how I'm doing it. So right there, some of you did this, and you don't realize that you did it. Okay, so you're standing straight, but your knees are soft. Got it? Step in, and then push the butt back, and then come back. Okay? You're on all four corners of your feet. You're going to step out, go through the mantra. My ears should be over my shoulders. My shoulders should be over my hips. And my knees are soft. Okay? Now I'm going to bring my knees in, and then I'm going to come out with them. I'm going to roll my feet out a tiny bit. Then I'm going to bring those knees in. Now see, I'm doing all this loaded. If this causes a problem for you in your knee, your hip, your back, then you have to do this on the floor in just a minute. See what I'm doing? I'm wide. My knees are soft. Drop your shoulders again. Breathe in through the nose. Okay, tighten. Practice bracing. Because when you brace, you ready up your body. You give your whole body support. Now look what I'm going to do. These come in. Yeah, just like that. Don't lean in. It's like I'm right with you and I'm pressing you right here. See how I'm coming in? And I'm coming into the instep. Yeah, Then I'm gonna come to normal. Then I'm gonna go out, okay? These little moves start to move the joint, especially in the hip, okay? Then I'm gonna turn my toes towards each other, okay? That's a big one. And again, some of you are doing this, and I know it. I told you to turn in, and you turned in, but you know what you did? You caved, and you started leading here. So stay upright, all the way upright. Your toes are turning in almost as if you can touch them. And then you bring your knees down, and you come back. Bring your knees down, and you come back. Your back extensor should be working really hard right now, but it's doable. See, it's doable. So this is what your back extensors are supposed to do, is keep you upright, no matter if you're turning out, turning in, or standing straight. These stay tight and your back extensors are extended. They're not flexed, okay? Drop the shoulders. Now we're gonna start working on the shoulders. Take your other foot out. See, I went over to get something here. See, this is a normal functional range. Then I'm gonna come in here. See, I can turn, 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 turn. And so, if you have an issue on one side or the other, try to do everything together as best as you can. Okay, see that? Come back in. Come back out. Okay, this is a big deal. This is a big deal for your hips. Okay, now come back in. And then we're going to come in and come out and come in and come out. Just side to side, side to side, side to side. Now bring that arm right here. Bring it down. Okay, so I'm right here. I'm going to step out. I'm going to bring that arm. See, my fingers are right here under my chin. Drop your shoulder. I know it. Drop your shoulders. So I'm going to go out and in. I'm going to go out and in. Now, right now, my toes are pointing forward. I'm going to switch them in just a second. I'm just trying to give a little flossing activity to your shoulders, your elbows. I'm going to open my hands, close my hands. That it comes right underneath your chin, okay? So as I go out, I'm just going to lift my chin up. Then I'm going to come in, bring it right into line. Then come out, lift my chin up, bring it in, and come right here. Then I'm going to take my elbows and come down. And I'm going to take my elbows and come up as high as I feel I can. Okay? So once I've achieved that, I'm going to turn out. We already practiced this, didn't we? So you're going to go way out. Now extend your back. Rib cage up. Woo! Bring those elbows way, 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 way up. Okay, as you're bringing your elbows up, drop your shoulders. They snuck up. I know they did. Then I'm going to come in, turn my toes in. I'm going to take one hand, sneak it up. Take the other hand, sneak it up. Go into a Y situation. Bring them down, 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 down with the palms facing up. Bring them back up. Turn your toes out. All the way out. Now right here, if I came into the room right now, could you be touching your hands, number one, and are your shoulders down, number two? So I can tell you, the normal thing is for you to bring your shoulders way up. Drop those shoulders. I know it. I know it. Do that one more time. Now again, let me ask you, did you lock your knees? Okay, so when we're standing right now, don't lock your knees. Just keep them a little soft. That right there will help you to stand more in neutral posture, okay? So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go out, out. I'm gonna come up, 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 all the way up. And I don't wanna bend, I wanna act like somebody's pulling me up. And my toes are pointing out to either side. Drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe in through your nose. Keep your shoulders dropped. Act like somebody's pulling you. Yeah, all the way up. I know it. So that's better than acting like somebody's pulling you from down. That's a joke. Okay, shake out, shake out, shake out, shake out. All right, just to get warmed up. Then I'm gonna stand in front of my chair. See, I'm right here. Then I'm gonna be down in the floor. So I'm telling you what's gonna come. So we're gonna do a lot of unloading, but I wanted to floss a little bit through those joints. I'm gonna go sit on my chair. Now, for some of us that have had hip issues, sitting and going to sit and stand can be a real issue. And if you're good to go with that, great, do it. Don't necessarily avoid it, just notice when you have the pain. So I'm gonna come right here. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the exact opposite of what I've just been telling you to do, which is to extend your back, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to come right here and I'm gonna push my shoulders up and then come back. So this one move right here, see how I'm pushing up into the shoulders, I'm dropping my head, then I push the chest forward as I push my shoulders down. As you're in that position, I want you to turn your head. I didn't have you turn your head yet, but I want you to turn your head now. Okay, so see, I'm pushing down right now. I'm turning my chin to my shoulders. Now I'm gonna drop my chin and I'm gonna push my shoulders up. Push my shoulders up. Tighten in your tummy. Push, 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 push. Okay, rotate and drop them down. Drop your shoulders down. Turn that chin over to the other arm, right there. Drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders. And then come back, okay? So you take a little rest and you go and you take your upper back and you go into like a C position. Very good work. Okay, now on the way down, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn, and we've done this before. This is a very good thing to do if you're having trouble with hips, lower backs, etc. See what I did? I just turned and I dropped this knee down and then I push myself back until I feel a gentle stretch, not hard, just a gentle stretch. And then I don't sit there too long. I rotate, drop that knee, press yourself back, keep your chin tucked. Keep your chin tucked, keep your chin tucked. Don't make it too hard. See, you want to freely move. See that? See that? Move, 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 move all the way around. Move, 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 move all the way around. That's the trick. Just like that. Okay. Are we ready? We're going to go down to the floor. Okay, here we go. Use your chair and or go into this kind of a crawl out. So see, I can crawl out that way, or I can simply do this. See? So you get to choose. But here's the deal, y'all. You gotta get yourself down into the floor. There's a lot of work you can do on the floor, number one. Number two, it gives you confidence and the strength to get yourself down and up. So I'm down in the floor, and the first thing I'm gonna do now on the floor is I'm gonna work together, but I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna sit back just a little bit, then I'm gonna come down, and then bring the other leg up. So I'm not doing it hard. I'm dropping my shoulders, that's very important. I'm on my fist, keep your wrist neutral, and then bring that knee down. See that, what I did? So This is my replaced knee right here. And I can feel little stretches in that hip that is tightening up on me. So if I go like this and I act like I'm gonna do a tiny sit, I don't do it, but you just act like you're gonna do a tiny sit. That gets into the adductors and abductors, and you're rotating that hip, okay? So I go this way, this is my hip replace side, and I can do the same kind of motion. You act like you're gonna sit right here. You don't go very far, but that gives a really good range of motion for your hips, okay? Take a breath. I'm gonna come down, turn. As I'm coming down, I'm gonna stack my knees. I'm gonna bring my elbow back here. But before I do the elbow back here, I'm gonna check to make sure my shoulder is in and I'm in line with my elbow. See, I'm not doing this kind of a thing. I wanna keep that elbow in. Then I take this elbow and I open back, and then I open back. Now, you want your knees to be stacked here, okie dokie? Because as they're stacked, you can take a big breath in your nose, watch your shoulder, get that shoulder in, okay? You got it in, you're opening, yeah? I'm gonna take this leg and just kind of move it out. See that? Just hang on to it right there. Way open with your upper arm, and your top leg is going out. Your toe is forward, and then I'm gonna turn the toe down and up as far as I can, down, up as far as I can, down, up as far as I can with my foot. Keep your shoulder in, toe down, up, toe down, up, toe down, up. Bring that leg in. Okay, that should have been pushing you just a little bit. Okie dokie. Now, you go from this position, keep your knees together, and you act like you're gonna lay right down. Put your hands right here and lay yourself right down there, just like that. See that? Now, I'm gonna give you a suggestion here. Some of you with shoulder issues, I'm gonna tell you, when you lay on your side, when you're sleeping, at least start this way. Do exactly what I'm showing you. See, I'm up here. I'm opening this arm out. I'm coming down, and then you can put your head on a pillow, not a very high pillow, but it would be best if you were just down, no pillow. And so you're on your chest, just like that. Breath, 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 breath. Okay? Then you come back up. Okay? I'm gonna come over, and I'm gonna bring this other leg on top. Okay? So all of this squirming around, don't discount it. I'm telling you, this kind of motion, being unloaded, going from one side to the other side, working with your leg, working with your shoulder, working with your back, this is stuff that people ignore doing, and then they can't walk around because they really hurt themselves. So we're doing some very important stuff. So here I am. Here's my other leg right here on top. See my elbow? See my shoulder? So keep the shoulder in. Take a big breath. Take this arm on top. Open it back. Keep your chin tucked. Chin tucked, chin tucked. Take a big breath through your nose. And now I'm just gonna lift the top leg. I'm gonna reach it out as far as I can. This is my hip replace side. So open, 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 open with that arm, and then go point down, point up, point down, point up, point down, point up, bring it in, bring it out, keep that arm open, breath, keep your chin tucked, big breath, big breath, big breath, open and close, Just bring it into a bend and then open and close, just like that, open and close, and then stack them again. One more big opening with the arm with the palm up. Now swoop down, come right into here. You got a big turning motion. See how I'm gonna put my hand right there? And I'm gonna put my head right down on the ground, okay? So I'm gonna challenge you to try to at least start that way in your sleeping. Open the chest. Okay, now, we haven't even done our most important thing. I think I'm gonna bring it around full circle and do that after this one. Let me see where we're at with our time. Yeah, we're doing good. Okay. See how I'm sitting here like this? My feet are ready to go because I'm gonna push my hips up. So I'm gonna put my hands right here, okay? So I'm gonna bring my legs out and then pull in. See how my fingertips are pointing to the rear end? It rotates your shoulders in an okay way, very functional. And then I'm gonna bring them up, okay? I'm gonna lean back into those hands, then I'm gonna come back up. So drop your chin, say rib cage up, get your elbows in, let yourself go down. See, I'm just hanging on with my stomach muscles, okay? My core muscles, I should say. Okay, rib cage up, drop your shoulders, open back, right there. And then I'm gonna go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Take a big breath. Push those feet out. Lean in. Keep your hands right here. Drop your shoulders. Lean in as far as you feel you can go. Yeah, keep your feet in dorsiflexion. Then go plantar. Then come up dorsiflexion. Push. When you're in dorsiflexion, push. And then plantar flexion. See my toes up and back. So this dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, this is where we need to start. If you're having any kind of ankle, knee, or hip issue, in the morning before you even put your little foot out of bed, do several of this plantar flexion, dorsiflexion in your feet. I'm just putting a little bit of a press by sitting like this, and I know there's some of you that have a hard time sitting this way. I understand that. Bend one knee or bend both knees. Perfectly fine. You can still do dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. Here's the thing. Your back has to be extended, okay? Don't be rounding. If you're rounding, don't do that. Bring your feet in and hang on to them if you have to. But keep your rib cage up. Now do that. Dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. See that? So it's an up, down. It's an up, down. My back is an extension. Boom. Full extension. Full extension, full extension, full extension. Okay? Then I'll come back here. I'll put my fingertips toward the butt. Drop your shoulders, open back, and just come 1 and 2 and 3 and just 4, and now we roll and we reach and we go all the way down into that big move that we just did a while ago. See how I'm turning? I'm going all the way over. I'm coming down. I'm going to come back. I'm moving very slowly. I'm moving together. I'm coming down, elbows up. Keep your elbows up because that's going to give your pectoral wall a big stretch right there. See that? Keep that elbow up. Yeah, we're going to do this a couple times. Here we go. Keep that elbow up. Take a big deep breath. Rotate. Woo! Right there, just two more, stay with me, stay with me. You don't have to do this fast. See this moving? This is money, y'all. Okay, rotate, 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 rotate. Keep that elbow up, turn your head, get that neck motion going. Okay, last one, elbow up, turn the head, try to put your ear down, and then rotate back. Okay, yay. Now, this next move, you get to pick where you want to put your feet. I would suggest for most people to start this next move, because we're going to do several positions on our feet on the floor. If you want to put it on a lower, if you've got like a lower, a couch or a little stool or something like that, or actually the 2-inch, the 2-inch little balance pad, that's perfect. Anyway, put your feet on that or put it on the floor, okie dokie. Now, going down, you need to be careful. A lot of people put a lot of strain on their back that they're not ready for going down. Now, if you can go back like that, great. But if you need to, you merely roll. See this? See? You just roll and you get down, okay? We're gonna bring both legs in together to begin with. We're gonna do a little flossing. See this? This is an unloaded flossing. And I'm not only doing my knees, I'm doing my toes because I'm doing plantar flex, dorsiflex. My knees are over my belly button, dropping my shoulders, opening my hands. The back part of your hand is on the floor. Then I go to reach up, and don't be surprised if the shoulders give you a little heck here, okay? Just a little problems. See, bring them in, keep the elbows bent, and then try to go up as far as you can. See, keep flossing, keep flossing. Yes, and bring those arms down and then open them wide open. Go up as far as you can and just meld your shoulders right down into the ground as you keep doing your little kicking motion. I don't really mean kicking, I just mean up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, now do that move that we did loaded just a while ago. See what I'm doing with my feet? Then I come in to the toes. Here's what you can't do. What you can't do is bend excessively. You can bend your knees a little bit, but you want to keep them over your tummy. I don't want you doing this out here. So if you need to bend your knees to do this move, bend your knees, because I want this whole area to be right over my belly button area. Got it? See this? Very, very valuable to do these kind of toe in, toe out. Inversion, eversion. Okay? Down, up. Inversion, eversion. Keep them over your belly button as you're doing this. Turn, turn. Okay? Flex, dorsiflex. You got it? All right. Now, come back down into your move. From this position, you're going to come up like a dead bug. See this? This is the dead bug. I don't know about you, but I've seen a lot of cockroaches in this position. That's what we're trying to do. Okay. Now, as we're in this position, we're going to take one leg and kind of tap it right there with my heel. See that? And then come back. Now, let me tell you what I would be looking at right now. If I were with you, I'd be on the floor and I would be looking at what is happening with your spine right here. So in the small of your back, as you're taking your heel down with a bent knee, I want to keep a space right here because you have a natural S curve. You're not flat on your back. And we're doing work. Now I'm in my dead bug position. I'm gonna go open and I'm gonna go touch. Then I'm gonna bring it back. And all the time that I do this, so it's an opposite hand, opposite leg. And every time that I do this, I want to keep that natural curve to the spine right there. So see, it's a tap, and I'm just hovering with my arm above the ground, and then I come back. Then I take a big deep breath, and I go down, and I go down with the hand, and I don't rest my hand. It's hovering or hoovering or whatever you call it. It's above the floor. Okay, bring those legs so the knees are over the belly button. Don't be doing it out here. That puts strain where it doesn't need to be. Okie dokie. All right, take one hand, bring that knee in, the other hand, bring that knee in. Then you're gonna act like you're gonna put your feet together. Okay, this is my knee replace, this is my hip replace. I'm not overdoing it. I'm just moving in, then I'm moving out. See how that's rotating through the hips? It's rotating through that lower spine. It's rotating all the way down into the pelvic. Okay, see how I'm pushing with my elbows out? Then I go in, pull them out, and I just do it about 3 or 4 times, okay? Take a big breath. Now you rotate and you go down and you reach. Okay, so you're reaching on one side, keeping your chin tucked, and your knees are on the other side. Now really carefully, watch how I'm gonna get up. I don't bring both knees up together. I take one, then the other one comes very nicely right back into position, okay? So I'm gonna go the other side. I'm gonna go all the way down as far as I can with my knees. I want my shoulder on the other side to be down. I'm reaching, taking breaths through the nose, breaths through the nose, breaths through the nose, reaching as much as I can, reaching that hand out. Now I'm gonna bring one leg up, and then the other leg follows. Okie dokie. Do that little kicking. So this right here is gonna help a lot if you'll do this unloaded. You can do this standing, you can do it sitting. We're doing it lying today, okay? Just like that. And I'm gonna keep my hands out, and I'm gonna keep trying to go up above my head with my arms. I'll keep my elbows bent if I need to, and I drop my shoulders. Point, flex, and then circle, 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 circle. All righty, now we're ready. Okay, everybody knows this one, but very few people, unless you're working right with somebody, get down deep where I'm wanting this to work. So how do you do that? Okay, I want you to squeeze in. Yeah, just squeeze in with your gluteals, push on your heels, and then you start lifting, 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 lifting. And here's what I want you to do with your hands. I want you to put your hands on the outsides of your legs. And I want you to push away from your hands pushing in. See that? That's going to create that internal deep core work that I'm trying to get you to do. And then I'm going to go down one vertebrae at a time. And when I get down there, this is what's most important. Get that curve right back again, okay? That little space in your lower back, okay? And go from moving down and up with the pelvic, with the hip bone. See, it's a down up motion. But when you are going to do your work, you do it with your back, with that little space under your back. Okay, you got it? Okay, here we go. Take a breath. We're gonna do about 4 of these. Get your hands, put them right here at your thighs. Drop your shoulders. Okay, now squeeze in your butt. Start coming up with your coccyx and then each little vertebrae. Now, as you're coming up, you're pushing away and you're pushing in with your hands. Pushing away, pushing in with your hands. Pushing away, pushing in with your hands. It's hard. Take a breath. Hold it up there, hold it up there, hold it up there. Breath. Now come back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Get that little curve back and release. Then go back and forth just a little bit. I got 2 more of these, just 2 more, just 2 more. Okay? And here's the deal. We're gonna come up, but this time we're gonna do it with our toes in an everted state or out. You got it? Okay, so once you evert, now you're gonna push into the heel and into the feet, and you're lifting and you're pushing. You're pushing your hands together and you're trying to push your legs out. Yes, and you're in an eversion, and then you come down and you get that little curve back in your spine, and now you're gonna go invert. Okay, are you ready? Drop your shoulders, number 1. Big breath through the nose. That means shut your mouth. Right, I know. Hard to do when you're talking. All right, inversion, toes in, okay? And you're gonna be pressing on the heels, and you're gonna lift by pulling your butt tight in, and you're pushing out. You're pushing your thighs out against your hands. Lift, 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 push, 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 push. Yeah, and then come back down, come back down, come back down, come back down, come back down. Release. Take your leg down, take your leg down, and here's the deal. Those of you who are really struggling with any kind of hip issues, tightness, knee issues, tightness, you got to get yourself in the floor and get that natural curve. See, I can put my fingers right underneath the back. See that? Shake out a little bit. Put your hands out to the side. Drop your shoulders. And then concentrate on how you're breathing. Okay? You can turn your feet in a little bit. You can turn your feet out. Okay? So, drop your shoulders. Don't do this hard, just kind of let them roll. Don't actually contract your muscles, just roll in and out. And then just let yourself be right there. Just meld right into the floor, right there. You got it? Okay, here's what I would notice if I came into your room where you're exercising. Number 1, I would notice the position of your back. Okay, could I put a tiny little Matchbox car under the small of your back? That's number 1. Are your shoulders down? Is the back of your head down? Are your chin tucked? Do you have to put a pillow under your head? Some of you do have to, because you got to do this step by step. But then I would notice something else. I would notice what position, if you're just here like you're sleeping, what position did your feet fall into? Okay, some of you are going to have one leg turned out. Some of you are going to have the other leg turned out, or you're going to be in a different position. You're not going to be just straight up and down unless you're trying to. That will give you a lot of information as to how your hips are over tight or under tight, imbalanced in there, and that creates all kinds of problems all the way up. So right now, while I was talking and telling you what I would be looking at, some of you let your shoulders creep up. I know you did. Okay, right now I want you to just tighten in your butt. Really pull your rear end in tight and then release it. Pull it in tight, really tight, and release it. Okay, So when you pull in tight, that actually will facilitate your spine being in more of a good neutral curve. Okay, so just squeeze it in tight and release it. Big breath. Okay, bring the foot up, and not even kidding you, if you can stay in that position for 5 minutes, up to 15 minutes at least, that's going to help you a ton to realign your very tight muscles. Okay. Okay, let's check things out. Bring your knee in, bring the other knee in. Where's the knees? They're right over the belly button. Take one leg up, gently, gently, gently. You're in dorsiflexion. Take the other leg up, you're in dorsiflexion. Okay, keep those knees over your belly button. The minute that some of you went to this straight mode, you know what you did? You went way out here. Bring the knees in if that's what you did, and keep the knees over the belly button. Then take it up one at a time, one at a time. Sneak a little more range right in there. Just sneak it in there, see? Sneak it in there. See that? Sneak it in there, sneak it in there. Yeah, keep it up there. So you're doing this one step at a time to get just a good functional range of motion. I'm not trying to take my legs up over my head and all that kind of stuff. No, no, no. I just want to be able to go in a straight, my hamstrings be flexible enough to be able to go up here, my knees over my belly button. Okay, bring those feet down. Okay, turn. All right, we did that before, didn't we? So you know how to turn. So I'm going to come right here. Go very slowly because your blood has to have a chance to get settled down a little bit. Okay, so we've done a lot of work laying on the back. That's a good way to get realigned. Okie dokie. Now, both feet down. Okay, that's a plantar flexion. You can go in to a dorsiflexion, plantar flexion. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to let ourselves down. We're going to put one hand right here. My forehead is going to be right here on my back of my hand. I'm going to take the other hand and just bring it right here, not all the way out here. And I'm going to tighten my gluteal because I'm going to bring one leg up and then the other leg up. I'm going to try to work in tandem. And I'm going to be right here, up, 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 up. One leg, arm, arm, come back in, totally rest. Woo! Yes. Then bend those knees, just like that. Squeeze the butt. You're gonna come up and down. You're gonna come up and up, hold them up there, and down. Bring it back. So it's up, squeeze, hold them both up. As best as you can. Okay, come back in. Go to your elbows. Yes. I'm still having a little coughing. I'm getting better. Okay, you ready? Drop your chin. Press the butt back. You're coming right into here. You're coming up. Take a big breath. Yes. Now we're going to do this move that I introduced to you the other day as a counter move for when you're driving long distances and you're sitting in flexion for hours. Here it is. Very underutilized, underappreciated move. We're on our all fours. First thing that you do is drop your shoulders. Get your chin in line with so that your ears are over your shoulder. That's number one. Elbows are soft. Take one leg and go back. Press into the toe. Press into the toe. Then squeeze the gluteal and just lift it a little. Just a little. Hang in there. Tighten your tummy. The opposite hand is just gonna kind of hover. Like you're trying to wash a window right here. See that? Keep your chin tucked. Don't rotate your hip. Take a breath. Take a breath. Keep your elbows soft. Drop your shoulders. Breath is coming through the nose. Then put that down. Press back gently. Just press back gently as far as you feel you can. Not hard. Okay, come back up. Now I'm going to take the other leg back. See, I'm touching my toe before I do anything. I'll drop my shoulders, tighten my tummy, squeeze my gluteal, and just lift that leg a little, not a lot. Soften the elbow. Bring that other hand here and act like you're washing a window. See? It's just like this. It's just like this. It's just like this. It's just like this. Yeah, hang out here. Keep your gluteal really tight. Yeah. And then release and come back. Yes. Drop down the elbows. Just like that. Come back up. And I'm going to bring this leg up and come up. See that? So it's a balance thing. It's wide. See that? I'm going to come back down. I'm going to do the other one. I'm checking. This is a post test. So this is to see how you're feeling on this movement compared to how you did it to begin with. See? I'm dropping, 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 dropping. See how I'm rotating? Do not discount this kind of moving. This has everything to do with hamstrings, hips, your flexors, your extensors. See how I'm coming down here? And I'm turning, my tummy's tight, and I'm coming right here. And I'm pressing, reaching. I'm gonna come back down. And what I would have under my knee is a pad, a garden pad, if your knees give you a problem. But you see this? See how I can push just a tiny bit here? This gets this. Yeah, but it's rotating in a full range just by going in and doing this a couple times. And this is on the heels of our hip lifts. This is on the heels of working on our extensors, our flexors. So now you're gonna just push your knee forward and back. See that? Very gently. Now I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna get up independently. Some of you that are struggling with some injuries, you need to put your hand on a chair and you need to come up this way, okay? Some of you can put your feet back here, okay? And you can push into your heels. And then you can be right here. Take a big breath. Then you're gonna come up. And the last big move is you're gonna take your hands now and see how they're floating. Now I want you to act like you're grabbing a bar up here and you're really reaching those arms up, and then you just move to the side a tiny bit. See? A tiny bit. Then you come up here, really stretch. Then you go to the side a tiny bit. See that? And take a big deep breath. Come down to a W with your hands. A T. And these right here, do not discount these. So what I'm doing is both feet, all four corners. My knees are soft. The palms of my hands are down and my thumb is forward. And here's the deal. I'm not going great big, but I am definitely going through my shoulders. This is one of the best ways to help reset, realign shoulders. And let me tell you, when you're walking funny, your shoulders are walking funny. They're moving funny. Okay, drop your shoulders while you're doing this. Yeah, see how I'm bending right in? I'm bending right into my whole four corners of my feet. Not just my heel. It's just a little tiny move. But I'm doing them together. I'm trying to get you to realign your whole self right now. Okay, just 3 more. Just 3 more. Keep your shoulders down. Breath, shoulders down. Breath, shoulders down. And now I'm going to turn the palms up. Drop your shoulders. Now I'm pointing back. My arms are very straight. But see the little tiny bit of that. You remember the little horsey ride, that thing that I introduced last week? See, I'm doing a little version of that. See this? Keep your shoulders down. Breath through the nose, shoulders down. Breath through the nose, shoulders down. Breath. Yeah, stay with me. Palms are up. Yeah, your hands are right out from the shoulder. They should not be in front of your body. They should not be bent. Push it back. Come on, stay with me. We've got 5 more. Okay? 4 more. Take a breath. 3 more. Stay with me. 2 more. Stay with me. Okay, 1 more. And bring it down. And just go back and forth. Back and forth. See that little horsey ride thing? My rib cage is up. My chin is tucked. And here's the deal. This is your homework. Your goal is to functionally move without pain. I am telling you, it starts with your first step. Some of you do this and you don't realize it. So I'm saying slow down, drop your shoulders, take the step and keep yourself back. And then take that other step. Don't be leading like this. Okay? You're the only one that can turn these muscles on. Okay? I'm just telling you, we get into bad habits, me included, and I really am working at it. So I hope you are too. There, I hope you did all that stuff, y'all. See ya.